Hello guys and welcome back to more Addicted on the Force 9's YouTube channel. I've got the last game of the season today. It's a huge one. We're away at Derby, the last game of the season. We could still qualify for automatic promotion. When we left off, our last live commentary was the Derby against Millwall. With 6 games left, we were 8 points off automatic promotion. Now we are 1 point off. Cardiff, Bournemouth and Norwich had a much more difficult run-in than we did. My cursor has frozen already. Fantastic. Come on. Right. So Cardiff, Bournemouth and Norwich were the 3 teams above us. Ipswich weren't far behind us, but no, they're pretty stuck really. The top 4 is pretty much as it is. Cardiff are automatically promoted, 91 points, and as long as they get a point today, which we need them to, they'll be champions because Cardiff and Bournemouth are playing each other on the last day, I believe. Let me just check. So Cardiff's last few games, as you can see, they've lost 3. They lost the same day that we lost, the same day that we beat Millwall, lost 2-0 at home. They also lost to Huddersfield and they lost to Bournemouth. So, no, Bournemouth must be facing Norwich. Cardiff are against Barnsley, who were effectively relegated. And they're automatically promoted, so we don't really mind how they do. Bournemouth, they've got to face Norwich, I believe. Yes. Bournemouth are at home against Norwich. And we need them to fail to win. And we need to beat Derby. If we draw, Bournemouth need to lose. So it's going to be tight. It is going to be tight. Bournemouth at home, you'd fancy them to win. But it's Norwich. And Norwich are only a point behind them. So Norwich are in the same boat as we are. They have a slightly inferior goal difference. So hopefully we'll do okay there. We just need them to not win by a lot. A draw would be fine. If there's a draw, we need to beat Derby. So if we draw, that's not enough. We have to win, because if we draw, Norwich will beat Bournemouth and Norwich will go ahead on 90 points, which won't be enough. So we have to beat Derby, and we're at Pride Park. So there's all sorts of things that could happen here. It's going to be very tight. So looking at our last few games, last live commentary was against Millwall at home, 1-2-0. We've done very well since then. We had a 4-0 win at Turf Moor against Burnley. The goals here came from Vetkele, Church and Shuley in the first half. Johnny Jackson scored in the second half. A man of the match performance by the captain. Excellent performance all around. I think the lowest performer was our goalkeeper Henderson, who got a 7. And then the guys off the bench. We didn't need to make any changes. I just made 3 changes just to get the tiredness down. They made a goalless draw against Wigan, which is a bit sucky. Didn't do very well here. Lack of finishing at both ends. So not a great game, this one. Then we beat Fulham 2-0 at Craven Cottage. Vetkele and Barrow got the goals here. One in each half. Chuli setting up one of them. I think I gave him man of the match. He's been doing very well so far. He had a few poor games this season, but Chuli has picked up his form in the last few games. And then our most recent game, I've just played this. We beat Bradford 3-0 at home. Chuli, Vetkele and Barrow with the goals there. So very good performances, and Chuli with another man of the match performance here. So today's the big one. We're facing Derby away. Now we are secured for the playoffs. That's fine. You know, I'm happy to go through the playoffs as long as we don't have a repeat performance like we did against Watford. That'll be okay, because we don't want another 6-4 defeat. That's just not going to do. But automatic promotion was the goal at the start of the season, and if we beat Derby, who are in 22nd place, they could get relegated today. Derby as well. But Bradford are down. Barnsley are effectively relegated. They just have an inferior goal difference, so they are all but down. Derby, Reading and Burnley are all sort of fighting it out for that to stay up. One of those 3 teams will get relegated. So Derby will be wanting to fight as well. But we're going to go for it. We're going to see what we do. Our formation at the moment is the 4-2-4, which seems to be working really, really well. So those are the games. So Bournemouth and Norwich is going to be a huge game there. We need Norwich to win there. Or a draw will be okay. We just need to make sure we win if there's a draw. Derby are playing a 4-4-2. It's telling us to play 4-2-1-3. I'm going to stick with this 4-2-4 because it's working well. And I don't want to make any changes because this 11 has been absolutely fantastic. No one's like low on conditioning or anything, so I don't think we need to make any first team changes. And I think our bench is fine as well. So I think we're just going to leave it at this and see how we do. I'm going to submit the team. Because this has been working really well. Church has had a couple of goals, but that's all really. But we're going to see if he can get a goal when it really matters in the last game here. It's going to be hard. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be absolutely insane. Right, continue. Yeah, we haven't conceded in ages. We haven't conceded since the defeat against West Brom. Derby's team: Grant, Zveritic, Buxton, Keogh, Christie, Hughes, Hendrick, Bryson, Ibe, Russell and Salmon. Also have Rossiter on the bench and Thorne. A few recognisable names. Well, for me as a Liverpool fan. Pick up where they left off, yep, because that 3-0 win against Bradford was exactly what the doctor ordered. And let's start the match. So immediately I want to change the latest scores, turn that off and put it on the league table. And then we're going to move it down a bit to something like that. About there. That's about right. Right. Position. There we go. Right. Here we go. So, against Derby, this is really tense stuff. I'm really nervous about this. Right. So, we win the ball immediately from the kickoff. We're going attacking structured and just showing you my team instructions. We're exploiting the flanks and playing wider. Defence is dropping deeper, high tempo, we're closing down more, using tight marking, offside traps, yeah. So I think we're fine. We'll leave it at that. There's an injury already to it's Will Hughes, isn't it? Not Aaron Hughes, completely wrong one. So an early highlight there, but since then Derby with a little bit more of the ball. Now it's swung over to us. Hasn't really been a huge highlight so far. Henderson goal kick. And Cousins tries to find Jackson but doesn't. Russell dispossessed. Here's Cousins, passes it back to Henderson. Have we got key highlights on extended? We've got extended highlights on. But my new save, I started a Leon save by the way. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. Just started it yesterday. But I'm going with key highlights in that new save and in the save that will be continuing from this. If we do get promotion, that'll be the end of the series. I'll do a little recap video later this week, Saturday I imagine. But if we fail to qualify, if we fail to get to the promotion, then we do another season. We still have the playoffs to play as well, of course, if we don't get automatic promotion. So this will still be more Charlton videos this season. Of course, the playoff semi-finals will all be in one video, much as the Watford games were. And then, if we do get to that final, that would be Wembley games. So I'd love that. Derby have had a few shots so far, us with just the one, and we could have had one there and another block shot I think, and eventually it's cleared away, but only as far as Gomez, who puts it out of play. 23 minutes played now, but about halfway through the first half. We're just edging it in possession, but the shots haven't been great though. Goodmunson now. That was just over by Simon Church, but good ball by Goodmunson. Past the half hour mark now. Vetikale not been great. Jackson with a corner. It's headed by Christie and Goodmunson, and it crawls over the line very slowly. It was an own goal by Zveritic. I want to see this again because I'm not quite sure what happened. That ball crawled apologetically over the line, and no one got to it. Not quite sure what happened. Let's see again. So it was a long throw. Christie with a header. Goodmunson heads it back towards goal, and it says it's a very own goal. I think there was just a complete miscommunication between him and I think it was Will Hughes, the other player. Jackson with a corner has come to a Goodmunson, who's going to try and swing it across from the other side. It's blocked and it's come to Solly, and Vetikale, and it's 2-0. And Bournemouth still don't have I don't think there's been a goal yet in the Bournemouth game, but we're 2-0 up and we're still in the first half. So that's really, really good. We have been performing so well, but we need Bournemouth to slip up. Solly. Vetikale with a header over. If we can get to half time with a clean sheet, that's fantastic. I don't want to concede a late goal in the first half. Russell's shot goes over. And we're going to go into half time with a 2-0 lead. Excellent. But we need Bournemouth to slip up. Very pleased. Keep it going. Latest scores. So what is the score with Bournemouth? They are 1-0 up. It was, is it Simon Cox? Simon Cox with the goal for Bournemouth. So as it stands, we are still in third place. We're going to start the second half. Go back to the pitch view. Come on, Norwich. We need Norwich to do something. Chuli to Jackson. Here's Church. He's fouled by Keogh. We're going to go control because we've got a 2-0 lead, so we can just handle it now. We'll be fine. 52 minutes played. Christie headed with Bryson. Christie again. Bryson to Hughes. Hughes' shot was well over. But Derby have had a few shots of their own. No real chances yet for Derby. We've had 3 clear-cut chances, so we're looking good value at the moment. But, you know, Derby could come out of anywhere, and hopefully that doesn't happen. Hendrick to Bryson. And there's the shot. No threat whatsoever. Still no more goals in the Bournemouth game, it seems. Christie with a throw-in. Bryson back to the number 2. Keogh to Hughes. Cleared away by Cousins. Excellent stuff. Rossiter heads it onto Hughes. Bryson. Salmon's in. And he took too long. Russell to Zveritic. And, well, there's a goal. Russell. Zveritic made up for his own goal and got an assist. Salmon to Russell. And then Zveritic. And it was a lovely, 1-2 over 2 players, really. And it's 2-1 now. And we need to do the job ourselves at Pride Park. Bournemouth still with that lead, I think. Ward. And that shot was over. Onyewu with a long throw. It's come to Chuli. Passes it back to Chris Solly. To Chuli again. Church hits the post. Church hit the post. God. But I don't think Norwich are going to help us out. Gudmundsson, that was a poor pass and it was cleared by Christie. Bryson now. Rossiter. Solly blocks that pass. Simon Church now. Chuli. Cousins, Jackson, no. Rossiter wins the ball. Connor Salmon with a header. I think it was actually Onyewu. Now Salmon. Henderson will come out. Oh, goodness me, Henderson. That was risky. Jordan Rossiter, just on the edge of the box. Saved by Henderson and Hughes. And the ball was, I think it was deflected by Wiggins. It goes for a corner. Bournemouth, I think, are still winning. That's the end of that. I'm making a couple of changes. I'm going to swap Morrison for Onyewu because he hasn't been doing very well. I'm going to move Cousins further up. And I'm going to bring on Iguaras. And do that. I'm not going to change my strikers just yet. I don't want to make all 3 changes in case we get an injury. But Bournemouth are still winning. And we need Norwich to get in that game. And they haven't so far. We're still 2-1 up. Come on, Norwich. 80 minutes gone now. We're running out of time. What is happening? What is the latest score? It's 2-1. Bournemouth were 2-0 up and Norwich, Hammerleinen got one back for Norwich. If they get one more goal, then that's it and we're up. Vetikele to Gudmundsson. And the ball was cleared out for a corner. Gudmundsson. It's headed away. Chuli wins the ball back. Gudmundsson again. Can he get a cross in? Cross was blocked. Iguaras. He was fouled by Bryson. Ball now with Ward. Come on, we need Norwich have to do the job for us, and they're not so far. Chuli shot is saved by the goalkeeper. It's not going to happen, is it? We're going to have to play the playoffs again. Bryson is dispossessed by Iguaras. He puts through Vetikele. Can he shoot? No, he can't. Gudmundsson though. His shot was saved by Grant. Gudmundsson cross. Comes back to him. And this time it was cleared by Keogh. Ward will win the ball, and he does. And that pass was intercepted by Iguaras. 88 minutes now. Salmon to Bryson. And the shot was dragged well wide. What's the score now? Is it still 2-1? It is still 2-1. Norwich need just one goal. Come on, Norwich. One goal. We're into injury time now. Gudmundsson. Church. 3-0. 3-1 rather. But that's not good enough. We need Norwich to score a goal, and it's not going to happen. First minute of injury time, Here we go. So it was Goodmanson. Keogh, I think, with a header on, and Church went up for the header and scored. He's been in good form in the last few games. Chuli shot is over, and the clock's just gonna run down now. And Bournemouth are gonna beat Norwich, and Bournemouth are gonna get that automatic promotion slot. Church to Vetakele. Unless they're still going, it must be it. Wiggins clears it up pitch. Christie with a header. That's full time. And I don't think Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth might have won. They did very well. Thoroughly professional job. Well done. Bournemouth won 3-1 in the end. So we get third place. We do not get automatic promotion. Well, we've got to play the playoffs again. Right. So, Bournemouth. Oh, God. Theo Robinson. First minute of injury time. Well, Norwich put up a fight. They got 4th place in the end. Playoffs are still good. I'm still happy with that. But automatic promotion would have been a real treat. But never mind. So, Cardiff are the champions. We relegated Derby by beating them 3-0. Barnsley also the other team relegated. So West Brom get a playoff spot. So it's us, West Brom, Ipswich and Norwich. Bournemouth get automatic promotion. We'll say that. Not going to talk about that. Terrific performance. Vetakele had a good game. So Phil Parkinson wins it for Cardiff. So how long has he been the manager there for? Is he? He hasn't been there since the start, has he? Who has it been? So Russell Slade was sacked, and he joined in December 2014. Okay. So Russell Slade was the guy that we just faced at Derby. Right. Oh, we're going to do the playoffs. So who do we get in the playoffs, I wonder? We'll see. 9 on defensive football. Joe Gomez was the second best in the Young Player of the Month. I came second for the Manager of the Month. Chris Powell came first. So we got to play the playoffs again. Fantastic. Who are we going to... Okay, Harry Lennon wants to leave for first team football. We'll speak to him later. I can't be bothered right now. Schedule. So have they said who it's going to be? Unknown. Playoff semi-final. Oh, God. I just want to see who we're against and then I'll end this off. This is not going to be nice. At least it won't be Watford. They won't beat us 6-4. Bournemouth takeover hits the rocks. Yes, I think they're in the middle of the takeover and they're promoted. Initial budgets. There's not a big transfer budget, but then there is a financial crisis apparently at Charlton. I haven't really noticed. We've got West Brom in the playoff semi-final, and we lost to them a little earlier in the season. We beat them 3-1 at the Valley, but we lost 3-1 at the Hawthorns. So that is going to be a very open semi-final tie. So that means that so the first leg is away as well. So we need to make sure we actually do a good job on the road so that we actually have something to play for when we get home. It's very similar to the Watford game. We went to Vicarage Road, needed to do the job and didn't. So we had to really upset the odds at home, and that didn't happen. So that obviously means that Norwich and Ipswich is the other semi-final. And the first leg of that is going to be at Portman Road. Wow. Ipswich and Norwich in the playoff semi-final. That's pretty huge. Norfolk Derby right there. So, That will the semi-finals will be out this weekend, Saturday or Friday, depending on when I get my next Leon video out. But that will be coming, most likely Saturday. And then next week, if we qualify, will be the playoff final. If not, then we have a look at the new season and we decide what we're going to do in our third season in the Championship. And with our financial things the way they are, right, what's all this? Lores is staying. Not sure if I want that. He's actually been very finances. What's wrong with him? Projected balance of -2 million. Right. So that's that's not nice. That's not a lot of money, is it? So really, we need this promotion to get that huge pay packet that comes with the playoffs. You know, that's a huge war chest, that is. So I'd love that, but if not, then we face a very small transfer budget, not a lot of signings we can make. We'll have to sell players to make money. So promotion is more important than ever. But we'll see how we do. So next live episodes will be the playoff semi-finals. I'm going to play both games in one video. So do stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.